Yep, it's me again. And today I'm going to be doing a new series, starting out. I'm sure you heard in the last video I was saying I'll maybe start some series. And this is one of them. 15 minutes with Kieran, I'm going to call it. It's just going to be this. I've propped the camera up, it's just going to be me talking for 15 minutes. But it's a lot more exciting than that. Because we're going to be looking at news and stuff like that. Because that's the sort of thing that people like. So first of all, we're going to look at some football stuff. So, football matches today. Sunderland have just beaten Everton 2-0. I've only just found that out there. And that is pretty interesting, if I do say so myself. And Danny Graham, who's pretty bad, has scored his first goal since December 2013. First goal in a couple of years there. Yeah. And so that seems that's really disappointing for Everton because they 11th right now. It's good for me because I'm a Liverpool fan, obviously, but Sunderland should be. I mean, they should be losing to Sunderland because they're 14th right now and they've had a really rotten season. So yeah, and the other thing I'm going to focus on here is Depay, and that's on him joining Manchester United. I'm annoyed at this one. You know, it's really because I obviously want Liverpool to sign Depay, but 21 years old, he's got a contract of 2019, be 25 to 30 million pounds, and he's scored 21 goals for PSV, and they've won the Dutch title this season. So I guess that's not bad, and he played pretty well at the World Cup, but I don't think he's going to fit with Manchester United's playing style. They play horribly. You know, they just boot the ball up. That tactic that's really not very good. He's more of a player that, obviously, they'll boot the ball up to him sometimes, but not all the time. What are we even talking about? Yeah, so what I meant is, he does a lot of dribbling, and obviously they will boot the ball up to him sometimes because he's got pace. But he's better at dribbling, so that it doesn't really suit their playing style that much. I think it's a big gamble to pay 25 to 30 million for a 21-year-old player. Because if he gets one big injury, that is it. You know, he's out for a very long time. Yeah. Now, also, another thing I'd like to talk about is Newcastle. And it's the keeper. I mean, the manager, rather. So, first of all, it is Colaccini saying about the letter to tell the fans to keep supporting. And Alan Shearer's disappointed at that. And I don't really think Alan Shearer needed to say anything about that, if I'm 100% honest. And Colaccini shouldn't have done that, you know. Because there's no need for that. Because, of course, if you support a team, they're going to keep supporting, usually, whatever happens. That's what it is when you're a good fan, you know. And I think Colaccini, I don't know, I think he's trying to do good, but it looks like I think he should go, because he was a lot better. He's went right off the boil. He's getting old now, and Newcastle are playing terribly, and he is, as well. Now I'm going to talk about Carver, John Carver. And he says he's the best coach in the league. Yeah. Mourinho's better than him. That's just for starters. Arsene Wenger's better than him. Van Gaal's better than him. Pellegrini's probably better than him. He's not had the best season. And Brendan Rodgers is probably better than him. You know, basically, he's the worst coach in the league, in my opinion. Yeah, he just doesn't really know why he said that. I mean, yes, he's trying to be positive, as he said, but that's a bit too positive, isn't it? He's going to definitely get, he's definitely going to get the sack, I think. He's a bit too cheerful about this, and it's not really something to be cheerful about. And they're doing really badly because they've lost 3-0 to Leicester. They've lost to Liverpool as well. Yep. Sorry. Yes, that's hit the 5-minute mark now. And also, I'm going to talk about Chelsea winning the league, basically. And I don't really see why everyone criticises Chelsea so much. They're just playing amazing. They've won the Champions League like a few years ago. You know, they've done really well. They've won the League Cup, was it? They won the League Cup and the Premier League. I mean, what more could you ask for, really? And they're just playing really well. They've got good players. Hazard's won Player of the Year. Costa's one of the top goal scorers. And I don't know why. I know a lot of people don't like Chelsea for other reasons, but it's like the pundits that are criticising them a lot. I just don't really see the point in that. Now, try and find something else to talk about now. Oh yeah, so Pellegrini. Do you think he's going to get the sack or not? That's my question. I don't really know. I don't really know why he should stay, because he's been terrible this season. Like, second, but they should be winning the title. They should be competing more with Chelsea now, like 10, 15 points behind them. And the players, you got to question the players he's brought in. Fernandinho for 30 million. I mean, he's good, really good, but he's not worth 30 million. I'm trying to think who else. They signed Sanya, and players that they don't really need, and Willie Caballero, the goalie. So I don't really think he should stay, because they're doing badly, you know. And also, one thing I'd like to say is about the big boxing match. Floyd Mayweather against Manny Pacquiao. So that was a terrible boxing match, I've heard. It's because Manny, I'm just going to call him Manny, because I cannot pronounce his second name. He basically has a shoulder injury, but he didn't declare it. So if he'd declared it, it would have just put it for another time, and it would have been a lot better boxing match. But he's going to get into trouble now, because you meant to actually say, you know. So yeah. Because the thing is, it was a really big match, because they're both unbeaten, like for, I don't know how long, like 50 matches, or something crazy like that. And they came into each other, and they're like, this is going to be an amazing match. Apparently it was just a lot of dodging punches, rather than actual punches. But I'm not an expert on boxing, so I don't really know that much about that. And also, obviously, can't do a video without talking about the general election that happened 1-2 days ago. And that was, well, obviously you'll know that the Conservatives just completely dominated, just absolutely dominated. And, yeah, so that was the thing that happened. I'm surprised that they actually dominated that much. And also, obviously, SNP have completely won it for Scotland, which is annoying. Very annoying. Because I am not SNP. Anyway, so that basically means that Scotland could come independent now. They don't need the whole referendum thing, because SNP are basically in charge of Scotland now, which is not good at all. And you've got ones like Labour. For Labour, Ed Miliband has resigned. For Lib Dem, they did terribly. Nick Clegg's obviously resigned. Or they've not got their seats, so they're probably going to resign. Yeah, it's just pretty terrible, if I do say so myself. And the thing is, I don't know why all these people resign for the politics, because they can still do. It doesn't matter that they've done badly, you know. They can still pull it back, hope, like, for the next election. It's only like 4 or 5 years away. But yeah. So now, I guess we should look at some of the games that are happening. Hull versus Burnley. Aston Villa versus West Ham. Leicester versus Southampton. Newcastle versus West Brom. And Stoke against Tottenham are all 0-0, because like 2-3 minutes in. And I told you about the other match. So yeah. And the Liverpool and Chelsea are playing tomorrow. It's a big game. And Crystal Palace and Man U are playing later. And also Man City QPR tomorrow. So yeah. That's pretty good. Now, also, another thing I'd like to talk about is EA and how bad they are with things. Basically everything. Like, price ranges is the worst thing that ever happened. It's just crazy, you know. It really is crazy. And only now they've sort of realised how badly they've done, and they've sort of changed things a bit. It's like now Messi goes for like 6 million to 13 million. That's the man of the match Messi that just came out. And there's tons of good cards out, like right now, just have been. We've got the record breaker Ronaldo, striker 97 rated, which is crazy. You've got the man of the match Messi, which is insane, just insane. And then you've got all the purple cards, 90 rated Hazard and Harry Kane. And yeah, and they're calling them potties. Don't know why they're calling them that, but yeah. The thing is, the good thing is with the man of the match Messi and the record breaker Ronaldo is it's pretty good because you can have Ronaldo up front and Messi on the right, and they'll link up very well. And you guys, you need to see Messi's goal. He scored against Bayern. He just basically beat 3 players, and he made one of them trip up themselves, and he chipped Neuer. I was like, what a goal! I like it when they humiliate a really good player. You know, it's just really funny. Yeah. And now I guess I should talk about Gerrard's gonna only have 3 more games at Liverpool, and he's gone, which is actually pretty sad. And even if I wasn't a Liverpool fan, I would still be talking about this because it's such a big thing. He's been a legend, complete legend at the club, you know. Yeah. And the good thing is, I'm sure you've seen in the last match, it was against QPR, 1-1. Coutinho scored again, and Gerrard scored in the 87th minute to win the game for us, and that was pretty good, if I do say so myself. And also there was a big banner that came across, and it says Rodgers out, Rafa in. I guess that means Rafa Benitez, but I think Brendan Rodgers should stay, at least for now. And Rafa Benitez, he would be a good manager for us, but we've got Brendan Rodgers, and I think his plan, we need to finish his plan. He's got all these young players, Markovic, Sterling, Coutinho. Well, Sterling's going to leave, obviously. But it's actually calmed down a bit, like gossip. But anyway, they've got players like Ibe, great young players, things like that. Those have gone for ages, but once, in 5 years, Liverpool, if we keep this team, we could easily be one of the best teams in the world, because we've just got crazy good. Well, players will be crazy good. They're right now, but they're going to be crazy good when they're older. And yeah, and also there's all this stuff. Di Maria is going to PSG, which is very interesting, because Di Maria only signed. It was at the summer transfer window. He's lasted the season. He cost 60 million. He's been terrible. Like, he's been absolutely terrible. And yeah, because Paris Saint-Germain want to get Di Maria because they missed out on Depay. I'd rather have Depay, if I'm honest. Yeah. And also Paul Pogba might be going to PSG as well, and that is going to be a big fee. Yeah. So we've got about a minute left. I need to wrap this up very, very soon. And the last thing I want to say is Sturridge will be back in September. He's went over to America, and he got some good treatment, and it looks like he's going to be good. Oh, it's Man City that want Pogba as well, and Chelsea. So, like, tons of teams want Pogba. Yeah. That's the problem. It's the problem that it's only these really rich teams that can afford Pogba, and there's teams that need him a lot more that don't get him. But, well, I think that'll wrap this up then. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I really hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to wait till this is 15 minutes long, and bye, and I will see you. Bye.